So once again, we're staying in our drawing more objects.dwg file, and you can see I've left it in the same state as it was at the end of the previous video where we created the setting out point from the donut. You'll also notice that I've still got the draw flyout pinned open, so you can unpin that now and that will go back into the ribbon. And double click on the wheel just to zoom extents like so. Now you'll notice that all of the setting out, the points and the donut are kind of standing out a little bit with that pink color. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new layer, and the new layer is going to be I furniture. So capital I and then a dash using the same layer naming philosophy. And we're going to create some ellipsoidal furniture. Now that might sound a bit strange, but it isn't. So there's our I furniture layer. And I'm going to make that a brownish, orangey kind of color. So I'm going to go for that one there, color 32, like so. I'll make it the current layer by double clicking next to it on the little sheet of paper there. And I'm going to close the layer properties manager. And then on the layer drop down, freeze your A setting out layer, that one there, like so. So we'll freeze that just so the setting out points don't stand out in the drawing. Hit escape to lose your layer drop down menu. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use the ellipse command to create an ellipsoidal table in the refectory area just here. So I'm going to zoom in like so. Now, you can do this in two ways. You can create an ellipse or you can create an ellipsoidal arc as well. We're going to use ellipse for this one, and you'll see why in a moment. Now, the ellipse command is on the draw panel on the home tab on the ribbon. So it's just here, this one here. So if I click on the down arrow, you can see there that I've got center, axis end, and elliptical arc. So we're going to use the center option first. So I click on center. I'm going to come into this area here in the refectory area, and I'm just going to click roughly where the center of the table will be. It doesn't have to be exact. And then as I come out now, using my polar tracking, can you see I can track along what will be the first axis of the ellipse. So I'm going to take it to the right along the 0 degree line. Make sure your polar tracking is on. And I'm going to make that 1250. I'm going to type in 1250 for the distance and press enter. So that's going 1250 to the right from the center of the ellipse. So I press enter. And then, as you can see now, that's fixed. And as I come up and down vertically now, I can specify the distance from the center along the axis of the other side of the ellipse. And I'm going to make that one 750. So I'm going to make sure that my polar tracking is kicking in vertically. Type in 750, press enter, and there's my ellipsoidal table, like so. So there's my nice, funky architectural table sitting in the refectory area in my ground floor plan of my building. Now, you can also create another ellipse in a different way. So let's do that as well. So I'm going to click here like so on the ellipse flyout, and I'm going to go axis endpoint this time. So this will create an ellipse or an elliptical arc. So I'm going to click on axis end. Now it asks me for an axis endpoint of the ellipse this time. So I'm specifying two ends of an axis. So I'm going to click here once, and I'm going to come diagonally down to there, and I'm going to click there like so. So there's my axis. Can you see? And as I move the opposite way, the perpendicular way, perpendicularly opposite, I can pick another point. Now I'm just doing this one freehand. I can go long, I can go short, and as you can see, when I click, it creates a freehand ellipse that way using the axes of the ellipse. Now, both of these methods, you can also create an elliptical arc. Now, elliptical arcs are very useful for creating isometric views, and we're going to cover that in the next video.